कस्तूरी तिलकं ललाटपटले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभं नासाग्रे वरमौक्तिकं करतले वेणुकरे कङ्कणम् सर्वाङ्गे हरिचन्दनं सुललितं कण्ठे च मुक्तावली गोपास्त्री परिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपालचूडामणि वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. We are in the canto 10 and we have completed 27 chapters. The last chapter was the bathing ceremony of Sri Krishna. This was after the Govardhan Dharan Leela, in which Sri Krishna lifted Govardhan mountain on the tip of his little finger and protected the residents of Braj from the heavy showers unleashed by Indra, because Indra was completely enraged that his worship has stopped and the residents have started to worship the mountain Govardhan. And before that chapter, we have so many episodes, mostly comprising the elimination of the demoniac personalities like Putna, Shaktasur, Bakasur, Aghasur, Dhenukasur, Pralambasur, and also there was the Kaliya Nag episode in which Krishna performed such amazing dance on the hoods of Kaliya Nag. Seeing all that, residents are in complete awe of Sri Krishna, and Nand Baba explains to them we should not be so surprised because this was what was predicted by the Guru Gargacharya. Today we shall begin today we shall take up the chapter in which Nand Baba, who had gone to take a dip, a bath in Yamuna, was taken by one of the Varun Lok persons, and how Sri Krishna will go and rescue him. And then next session will be a special one because the Ras Leela background will start. Bhagavad Mahapuran is the highest Vedic scripture, and amongst the highest Vedic scripture, Bhagavad Mahapuran, consisting of 18,000 shlokas and 12 cantos and 335 chapters. Canto 10 is the most special because it is exclusively about the personality of Lord Sri Krishna. And within chapter 10, chapter 29 to chapter 34 is like the crown in the jewel, because that is about the Ras Leela, which is the most uh, amazing episode in Bhagavad Mahapuran. Not a subject of ordinary mortals. No one can really understand the Leelas. But since we are studying Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran in the full details, we will try with the blessings of Hari and Guru. So let us begin today's session with a bhajan. So let me get Yatin Bhaiya to read the translation. And if one of you wishes to sing one or two stanzas, please raise your hand. So bhajan, and then we will read the text and then some discussions. Radhe Radhe.
जी भैया।
So this is actually a kawali.
जी। मुझे रस आ गया है तेरे दर पे सर झुकाना। ओ श्री कृष्ण, I have developed an affinity for bowing my head at your door, which benefits us both. For you have found a worshipper, and I have found a shelter. I am not worried if I become a stranger to the entire world. But, O Master of my life, please don't ever change yourself. This is not a head that will rise again once it has bowed down. Once bowed, it will ever remain, even if you try to raise it a million times. I was nothing before you. I was nothing before you gave me your identity. Nobody knew me. Nobody asked about me. It is when I got you that I got the whole world in you. Your beautiful dark complexioned face has pervaded my mind and also my heart. O all attractive Krishna, please come to me now, making any excuse. I do not care if the whole world leaves me. My only concern is for you to never leave me. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you, Radhe Radhe. So this is one of those beautiful kavalis which we came to know through the grace of Sri Maharaj Ji. मुझे रास आ गया है तेरे दर पे सर झुकाना. मुझे रास आ गया है, मुझे रास आ गया है, तेरे दर पे सर झुकाना. मुझे मुझे रास आ गया है, तेरे दर पे सर झुकाना. तुझे मिल गया पुजारी, तुझे मिल गया पुजारी. मुझे मिल गया ठिकाना, मुझे मिल गया ठिकाना. मुझे रास आ गया है. मुझे इस का गम नहीं है कि बदल गया जमाना. मुझे इस का गम नहीं है कि बदल गया जमाना. मेरी मेरी जिंदगी के मालिक, मेरी जिंदगी के मालिक. कहीं तुम बदल न जाना, मेरी जिंदगी के मालिक. कहीं तुम बदल न जाना. मुझे मुझे रास आ गया है. ये वो सर नहीं है सर जो झुक कर के उठ भी जाए. ये वो सर नहीं है सर जो झुक कर के उठ भी जाए. अब झुक के ना उठेगा, अब झुक के ना उठेगा. चाहे लाख तुम उठाना, चाहे लाख तुम उठाना. मुझे रास आ गया है, मुझे रास आ गया है। तेरे सर, तेरे दर पे सर झुकाना मुझे रास आ गया है। Yatin ji, you wish to sing?
तेरी बंदगी से पहले मुझे कौन जानता था। तेरी बंदगी से पहले मुझे कौन जानता था। तेरी बंदगी से पहले मुझे कौन पूछता था। तेरी बंदगी से पहले मुझे कौन पूछता था। मुझे तुम जो मिल गए हो, मुझे तुम जो मिल गए हो, मुझे मिल गया जमाना। मुझे तुम जो मिल गए हो, मुझे मिल गया जमाना। मुझे रास आ गया है, तेरे दर पे सर झुकाना। तेरी सांवरी सी सूरत मेरे मन में बस गई है। तेरी सांवरी सी सूरत मेरे मन में बस गई है। तेरी सांवरी सी सूरत मेरे दिल में बस गई है। तेरी सांवरी सी सूरत मेरे दिल में बस गई है। अब आ भी जाओ मोहन, अब आ भी जाओ मोहन, करके कोई बहाना। अब आ भी जाओ मोहन, करके कोई बहाना। मुझे रास आ गया है, तेरे दर पे सर झुकाना। मुझे रास आ गया है।
परवाह नहीं है मुझको जो ये दुनिया रूठ जाए, परवाह नहीं है मुझको जो ये दुनिया रूठ जाए। गम है तो इसका गम है, गम है तो इसका गम है। कहीं तुम ना रूठ जाना, कहीं तुम ना रूठ जाना। मुझे रास आ गया है, मुझे रास आ गया है। तेरे सर, तेरे दर पे सर झुकाना, तेरे दर पे सर झुकाना। मुझे रास आ गया है, मुझे रास आ गया है, मुझे रास आ गया है। बोलिए श्रीमद सदगुरु सरकार की
की
जय,
जय,
श्रीमद युगल सरकार की
की
जय।
जय।
जय जय श्री
श्री
राधे,
राधे,
जय जय
जय
श्री
श्री
राधे,
राधे,
जय
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 श्री
श्री
राधे।
राधे।
Our koti koti pranam to the lotus feet of Sri Hari and Sri Guru. Our koti koti pranam to Swami Mukundanandji. My humble pranam to each one of you. And now let us read from the chapter 28, which is about Lord Krishna rescues Nand Maharaj from the abode of Varun. Varun is the lord of the ocean, and he resides within the ocean. That is what we will discover. So, what happens in this episode? Let us read. I will read a few slides and then I'll hand over. So, number one, concluding the Govardhan Leela, Sukhdev ji continues, O Parikshit. After some days, when Nandaraj was observing the Ekadashi Vrat, on the third day, entered the Kalindi waters in the night time to bathe before the Dwadashi ends. One serpent who was Varun Dev's servant captured Nandaraj and brought him to Varun Dev, as Nandaraj had entered the water during night time, which is reserved for demons. Not seeing Nandaraj, the people panicked and called out to Balram and Krishna. Learning that his father was taken to Varun, Sri Krishna arrived at Varun's abode, extremely delighted to find the Supreme Lord arrived at his doorstep. Varun Dev profusely welcomed and worshipped Krishna. He prayed, O Lord, with your darshan, it is only today that I have achieved my life's goal. After worshipping your lotus feet, a person crosses over the ocean of transmigration and ends the journey of life, that is final beatitude, then what else remains to be done in my life? So, this is our goal also, to have the darshan of Sri Krishna. Right now, we are not serious enough to approach that milestone, the most coveted, the most glorious milestone of our life, because the human body was given to us to attain God. Sri Shankaracharya says in Vivek Chudamani that Manushyatvam Mumukshutvam Mahapurusha Sanstrayaha, because the human body is a great gift of the Lord. There are three graces of the Lord, three most valuable graces of the Lord. Number one, we got the human body. And number two, we developed a taste for the spiritual path. And number three, we got to know a bona fide guru. So these are considered the three most coveted, most valuable graces of the Lord. We may think that it was just a chance that we got to know Sri Maharaj Ji or Swami Mukundanand Ji, his representative, or we started taking interest in Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran, but actually we have built that background. In our past life, we had some streaks of devotion which was noted by the Lord, and He has facilitated that, because in the previous life it may not have been possible. So we get what we deserve. So we got the human body, we developed a taste. That is why we are sparing some time to come into Bhagavat Mahapuran session, and then we are learning all this under the shelter of a bona fide guru who is Brahmanist and Shrotriyam. Who is the guru? The one who is Brahmanist. That means he has had connection with the Supreme. He is connected with the Supreme. He has the darshan of the Supreme. He is in communion with the Supreme. That is one requirement, and the second one is completely fluent in the knowledge of the spirituality. He is Srotriyam. He can quote from Vedas, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavat Mahapuran, all the scriptures. So Brahmanist and Shotriyam, these are the two requirements. So our Guru Maharaj fits both the criteria. In fact, many of us would consider him to be the divine himself. So we are so fortunate. All the three conditions have been met in our case, but we have not yet had the darshan of the Lord. We never had the great grace that we were meditating, we were worshipping, and we got a glimpse of Sri Krishna in our puja room. So far, we have not had that opportunity. Even if somebody has, they will not reveal. So this is what we should aim for. That, oh Lord, my entire existence is for you. So how nice will it be when I get to a stage where I have a darshan. Though this is not my demand, this is just my wish that if I deserve to have your darshan, we should have your darshan. So the same sentiment is being expressed by Varun, who is in a higher status. He is a Devata. We are not Devata, we are not in charge of the entire ocean of this universe, but Varunji is, and this is what he is saying, that after worshipping your lotus feet, a person crosses over the ocean of transmigration and ends the journey of life. What is happening now with us? We are transmigrating. We will finish this life again because we have not completely surrendered to the Lord. So, but if our devotion is at least 50% and plus, we will get a human body, we'll be born in another house and then in another house. And if we fall down, we can become insects or animals or trees. So this is the transmigration which has been going on and on and on. But are we happy? No. We are all the time tensed. We are all the time fighting the health issues. We are all the time fighting relationship issues. We are all the time fearful. What will happen to my spouse? What will happen to my children? What will happen to my siblings and parents? Those with whom we are attached, we have developed this fear, and we are also fearful of death, that anytime the death can happen. So that is why this material existence is called the Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. It is a house of miseries, and it is temporary. So let's read what happens in the next slide. Radhe Radhe. So here we have a couple of shlokas from the chapter 28. Namastubhyam Bhagavate Brahmane Paramatmane Nayatra Shruyate Maya Lokasisti Vikalpana. Hail to you, the Almighty Lord, the all perfect Supreme Spirit, the controller of all embodied souls, in whom Maya, which brings about the creation of the various worlds, is not even heard of. Varun Dev continues, please forgive us as this servant of mine who in ignorance has brought your father to me. And in the verse 1028:8, Mamapyanugraham Krishna Kartum Arhasya Sheshadrika Govinda Niyatamesha Pitate Pitrivatsala. Be pleased, O Krishna, to shower your grace on me too. O omniscient Lord, O Govind, here is your father who may be taken back, fond as you are of your parents. So the serpent watchman of Varun had captured Nanda Baba, who had gone into Yamuna to take a dip in the night, and night is forbidden for a dip by unauthorized residents. So he has been captured. Varunji is not aware that this is the father of Sri Krishna, so he is stating that. This is a grave mistake, and let us return your father. And in the picture, we can see Sri Krishna and Balramji, and they are being addressed by Varun Dev, and his father Nandaraj is perhaps also there in the picture. So let's move on to the next slide. Shukdev ji says, after Varun Dev's worship and prayer, Sri Krishna with Nandaraj returned back to Vraj. Nandaraj then described to the Gopas the astonishing treasures he saw in Varun Dev's abode and also the humble worship of each resident in that realm being accorded to his son Krishna. After hearing this, the Gopas started wondering, will we also be equally fortunate to glimpse his abode? Sri Krishna, the inner controller, perceived these thoughts and graciously thought to grant the desire of his devotees. Knowing that a being born in different physical forms due to its ignorance and karmas and influenced by his own maya, a being does not realize its real nature, that it is an embodied soul, and so, as a mercy and grace to the Gopas, Sri Krishna revealed his divine realm, that is Vaikunt, lying beyond Prakriti. So, number six, you can read Sri Yatin Bhaiya.
जी भैया. The Gopas also saw his transcendent state called Brahm, which is absolute truth, pure consciousness, infinite, self-effulgent, and eternal. O Parikshit, many great sages get to realize this only when they have transcended the three gunas and are fully composed. First, the Gopas were transported to the all absorbing state of Brahma, and after that, lifting them out of the trance, Sri Krishna then gave them the darshan of his divine abode, Vaikuntha, where he was now seen as Lord Vishnu. The same divine realm will also be realized by Akrur, which I will elaborate subsequently, O Parikshit.
So wonderful. So, there are three forms of God. Vadanti Tattva Vidas Tattvam Yaj Jnanam Advaya Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Shabdyate. This is the knowledge imparted by Sut Goswami to Shaunakadik rishis right in the second chapter of the first canto in Bhagavad Mahapuran, where Sut Goswami says the Supreme God, Bhagavan, we call them by different names. The Supreme God has three forms. One is formless. Sounds contradictory. I'm saying one form is formless. So three different ways the God manifests himself. So one is formless. That is called Brahma. The Gyanis worship the Brahma form. They don't worship the Paramatma form. They don't worship the Bhagwan form. The Gyanis who are very much into acquiring knowledge, they don't surrender to the Lord. They are very much dependent on their own strength, like the baby monkey. The baby monkey is not being held by the mother monkey, they are clinging to their mothers. This is called Markat Vanar Nyay. So, and sorry, the Markat and the cat, I forget the word, Nyay. So the baby cat is being held by the mother. The mother lifts the baby cat with his teeth. So the mother is protective. So in the Gyan Marg, we are dependent on our own strength. So the yogis are worshipping that Brahma form. But that Brahma form also is dependent, is to be shown to the qualified person only. Not that everybody will see the Brahma form, because there are rules and regulations in Gyan Marg, the time, the place, the type of sadhana, etc. That is why it is called, it is so difficult. So that is the Brahma form or the formless. The second one is Paramatma form. That is the form by which the Lord is seated in our heart. That is the Vishnu form. Chirodaksai Vishnu. The Vishnu has three forms: Karnar Vashai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and Chirodashai. So Chirodashai Vishnu is seated in our heart, and the yogis will see that form if they qualify. But the Bhakta has no qualification. Bhakt can be a sinner, whoever, everyone with a decision that now I am going to surrender to the Lord becomes a Bhakt, a sadhak, and no rules are applicable to them, because that marg is the most acceptable to the Lord, most recommended by the Lord. So he doesn't attach many rules and regulations. He says, you just come to me with a simple heart and I will accept you. Nirmal man jan so mohi पावा मोहि कपट so mohi bhava mohi kapat chal chidra na pava. So those who have these inebriations and the chal kapat, the machinations in the heart, they cannot reach God. But a simple person, a child, that's why the children are very much acceptable to the Lord, because their surrender is so natural. So here we learn that Gopas developed the desire. We should also see that about after hearing about Vakunt and all that. So the Lord facilitates that. He shows the Brahma form, he shows Vakunt, which is presided by Sri Vishnu. And so, right, the Gopal also saw his transcendent state called Brahma. And then first, the Gopals were transported to the all absorbing state of Brahm, and then out of that trance, Krishna gave them the darshan of divine abode Vakunt, where he was now seen as Lord Vishnu. And the same divine realm will also be realized by Akrur. So, Akrur is Sri Krishna's relative, the elderly person who also saw the form of Krishna when they went to take a dip in the water of the river. That let us learn in the next text. So let us move. And Sri Radha Govinda has also raised his hand. So let's have him to read.
Yeah, rather, yeah, Vijay, I just I have named the phone. That's why it is coming.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
Vijay Bhaiya. Right, right. Okay, okay. You want to
okay.
read the Sanskrit and the English? Yeah.
Yeah. Nandadayastu tam drishtva paramananda nivrita krishnam cha tatra chandovi stuya manam suvismita. Nand and others were included, exhilarated with supreme ecstasy to behold the sacred realm as Sri Krishna being panegyrized there by the four Vedas in living form and felt greatly amazed to find Sri Krishna in their midst once again as before.
Wonderful. So obviously, Nand Baba and other qualified associates, they were exhilarated in supreme ecstasy to behold Sri Krishna in the Brahma form as Sri Vishnu, and panegyirized there by the four Vedas in living forms. And okay, so the Vedas have also appeared in the personification, and they were greatly amazed to find Sri Krishna in their midst once again as before. And then he appeared as he was like a young boy. So we can see the pictures, right? And yes, amazing pictures. So now let us move on to the next slide. Okay, so we have completed the text reading. Now we have a takeaway. This takeaway we repeat many times because this is the essence of bhakti, which Tulsidas ji has very beautifully sung. So all of you can read this. Let me first read once, because this is a very, very important uh, Chopai, sets of Chopai, which describes what is the essence of bhakti. Do you need to do japa, Hare Ram all the time? Do you need to take fasting as an austerity pilgrimage, or yogic postures? And do you need to do so much charity? And do you need to be show your kindness and do different austerities? If that is not taking us further into the realm of devotion, it is not going to help. This is very important to know. We may think that we have visited so many pilgrim centers, we have chanted so many rounds, but did it reach Sri Krishna? Did we accept Sri Krishna as the supreme? If we are doing all this in our own whimsical way, we are not going to gain is the essence. So, jap tap niyam jog nij dharma shruti sambhavana na shubh karma ज्ञान दया दम तीरथ जन जहाँ लगी धर्म कहे श्रुति सज्जन आगम निगम पुराण अनेका पढ़े सुने कर फल प्रभु एका तब पद पंकज प्रीति निरंतर सब साधन कर यह फल सुंदर मंगल भवन अमंगल हारी द्रबहु सो दशरथ अजीर बिहारी श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम. So any one of you would like to sing? Let me just read the English one so that the meaning becomes very well registered. Repetition of the divine name, performance of all duties pertaining to the four orders and stages of life. The four orders are, and the four stages: Varnashram Dharma, Grihastha, Banaprastha, Brahmacharya, Sannyas, then Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. These are the four Varnas, and those are the four ashrams. So, duties as per those four orders and stages, all penance, austerity, knowledge, exercise of compassion, control of the senses, and going on pilgrimage should result only in devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. The Ramayana goes to the extent of saying that even Brahma, the creator, should be ignored if he is devoid of devotion. Radhe Radhe.
Vijay Bhaiya, would you like to?
Yeah. जप तप नियम योग निज धर्मा श्रुति संभव नाना शुभ कर्मा ज्ञान दया दम तीरथ मजना जहाँ लगे धर्म कहे श्रुति सजना अगम निगम पुराण अनेका पर है सुने कर फल प्रभु एका तब पद पंकज प्रीति निरंतर सब साधन कह फल सुंदर श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम. Repetition of the divine name, performance of all duties pertaining to the four orders and stages of life, all penance, austerity, knowledge, exercise of compassion, control of the senses, and going on pilgrimage should result only in devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. The Ramayana goes to the extent of saying that even Brahma, the creator, should be ignored if he is devoid of devotion. Radha Radha.
Thank you so much. Yes, Yatinji.
जी भैया. जप तप नियम योग निज धर्मा श्रुति संभव नाना शुभ कर्मा ज्ञान दया दम तीरथ मज्जन जहाँ लगे धर्म काहे श्रुति सज्जन आगम निगम पुराण अनेका पढ़े सुने कर फल प्रभु एका तव पद पंकज प्रीति निरंतर, सब साधन कर यह फल सुंदर। मंगल भवने अमंगल हारी, प्रभु दशरथ अजर बिहारी। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय Ram. Repetition of the divine name, performance of all duties pertaining to the four orders and stages of life, all penance, austerity, knowledge, exercise of compassion, control of the senses, and going on pilgrimage should result only in devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. The Ramayana goes to the extent of saying that even Brahma, the creator, should be ignored if he is devoid of devotion. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Anyone else? Yes, Smita
Smita
ji.
Didi.
राधे राधे भाई।
Radhe Radhe.
जप तप नियम योग निज धर्मा, श्रुति संभव नंद शुभ कर्मा। ज्ञान दया दम तीरथ मजना, जहाँ लगी धर्म काहे श्रुति सजना। आगम निगम पुराण अनेका, पढ़े सुने कर फल प्रभु एका। तब पद पंकज प्रीति निरंतर, सब साधन कर यहाँ फल सुंदर। श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम। Repetition of the divine name, performance of all duties pertaining to the four orders and stages of life, all penance, austerity, knowledge, exercise of compassion, control of the senses, and going on pilgrimage should result only in devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. The Ramayana goes to the extent of saying that even Brahma, the creator, should be ignored if he is devoid of devotion. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. So, this is a wonderful takeaway from today's session. First of all, how to crave to see the Lord, and when the Lord is happy with our genuine efforts, He makes it very easy, like it happened in the case of the Gopas. When Gopas just developed the desire in their heart because they deserved, they truly loved Sri Krishna. So Sri Krishna showed them the Brahma form, the form in the Vakunt, and he also showed the Paramatma form, etc. And he says that he will elaborate it with Akrurji's experience in the later part. So this is very much possible because the Lord is called Karuna Varanale. The Lord is called Akaran Karun. He is very compassionate, and with little efforts, he is willing to shower his grace. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktya upritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. You just offer a little flower, little leaf, little fruit, little water with love, and Sri Krishna reveals himself. So that is our session today. As you know, we do two Bhagavad sessions for the US audience. So today morning, Singapore time, and that is US night time, we had covered chapter 12 in Canto 11. So in US series, we have completed Canto 10, and we are now into Canto 11. And what amazing delight we are having. So, because we have a little time, I thought I can just go into what we learned today about this universe being compared to a huge tree. So the Bhagavad says in 12th canto that इस संसार वृक्ष के दो बीज हैं, पाप और पुण्य. Okay, let me first read the Sanskrit because it's so beautiful. द्वे द्वे अस्य बीजे शतमुस्त्रिणालः पञ्चस्कन्धः पञ्चरस प्रसूति दशैकशाखो द्विसुपर्णनीड श्रीवल्कलो द्विफलोर्कं प्रविष्टः. श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण कैंटो 12 कैंटो 11 चैप्टर 12 श्लोक नंबर 22. इस संसार वृक्ष के दो बीज हैं, पाप और पुण्य. If you consider this entire universe as a huge tree, it has got two seeds, pap and punya, sinful acts and virtuous acts. असंख्य वासनाएं जड़ें हैं. The countless desires that we have are the roots. और तीन गुण तने हैं. And the three gunas, sattvic, rajasic and tamasic, are the stem of the tree. पांच भूत इसकी मोटी मोटी प्रधान शाखाएं हैं. The five gross elements, पंच महाभूत, earth, water, fire, air, space, are the five thick branches. और शब्द आदि पांच विषय रस हैं. And the पंच तन्मात्रा, the touch, the smell, the taste, the sight, the sound, these are the panch tanmatra, the five sense perceptions. They are the five types of juices which are available in the tree. 11 इंद्रियां शाखा हैं. Then there are 11 senses which are the smaller branches. 5 knowledge senses, ज्ञानेंद्रियां, 5 action senses, कर्मेंद्रियां, and mind. These are the 11 senses. तथा जीव और ईश्वर दो पक्षी इसमें घोंसला बनाकर निवास करते हैं. And there are two residents. One is the set of jivas, we, and God himself. They have their own ghosla, the shelters. What is the English of ghosla? Nests, right? So इस वृक्ष में वात, पित्त और कफ रूप तीन तरह की छाल है. So the tree also has bark. That bark represents the vat, pitta, kapha. You know, the imbalance of vat, pitta, kapha as per Ayurveda causes the disease. And this huge tree has gone right up to the sun, the loka of the sun, Surya Mandal. So basically what this shloka says that we are the two birds, God and us. So we have two choices. Either we can become a vulture who is always trying for sense gratification, never satisfied. We have a right to consume how much is needed for our sustenance, the food, shelter, cloth. But then we become greedy. That is not the way to reach God. So we can become vulture or we can become Hans, the swan. The swan has the ability to separate the milk from the water. You give him a bowl of milk and water, he will drink the milk, he will leave the water. So we have to attempt to become like swan, and then by worshipping the lotus feet of the Guru, he will give us the knowledge, which is like the axe will get sharpened, and then we will be able to cut the roots of this attachment and become like God. So I found this very fascinating. So I shared with you all. Now we can open up for any feedback and comments, and then we can conclude. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Bhaiya. Great session. I came back after almost 1 month, so yeah, it was I was missing this, so good experience. I have one, not a question, but just a simple like observation I did. Maybe is there any answer or not? I don't know, but maybe I just wanted to ask you. So Shri Krishna like perceived all the thoughts inside going on in the minds of all the gopas and everyone else. So they also wanted to, from the description of Nand Baba, they also like wondering like how it will look and everything. So he perceived and he showed all of them his divine realm Vaikunt Dham to all of them. But why not show them Golok Dham, which is we because we associate Lord Krishna with Golok Dham, with his own personal. So why not show them by Vaikunt Dham only?
So
So
one reason could be he also sees the orientation of the people. Are they really qualified to enter Golok Dham as yet, or he just is going gradually? So these are something which Krishna himself will know. Uh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, he
So
has expected.
as
Yeah, yeah. Ji,
as we have mentioned in the past, when we one day get hold of Shri Krishna,
ji.
either in Stuttgart or Munich or hmm, in Duisburg, we will ask him this question.
Ji, ji. And on the similar lines, I know the answer is again this one only, but I mean, I just wanted to put it out there because, I mean, it is not that Gopas have become eligible at that point of time. They were, I think, eligible from the beginning because they were
So
in his,
different
yeah,
classes of Gopas, and so some are Nitya Mukta, some are, those who have become eligible. This is
ji,
a very deep topic, and
ji,
yes, yes, I think like we cannot understand the Maharas and the
ji,
character of the
yes,
gopis. Similarly, the
yes,
gopas also. So very valid question, but there are so many questions like this, and
ji,
we will get to know them only by the grace of the Lord, I suppose.
ji, ji, right, right.
Right?
जी भैया Vijay Bhaiya has
Yeah.
want to ask
Yeah,
something.
so I mean, just a thought around this, because Sri Krishna just said, I'm not like I'm not don't know like it is correct or not. So Sri Krishna just before showing him the board, like he mentioned in the text that since the souls are born in ignorance, they have forgot their identity. So Golok is already it was there, right? Brindavan Dham, because Sri Krishna brought the Golok to Brindavan Dham, and that's where he was doing Leela. So what extra he'll show in Golok Brindavan? It is almost same. So just they wanted to see the luxury after getting motivated by Varun's Dev, that his abode. They just raised the interest, and with that interest, he was trying to show his abode. Because Golok Vrindavan is already there. They're in Golok Vrindavan only. Because that's how he brought everything down to the earth, right? And
जी
that's what just my thought. I don't know, like
no
what is his plan.
yeah yeah
Thank you
good
so much.
yeah जी जी
Uh,
Smita Didi, would you like to say something about today's session?
भैया अभी आपने कोई सवाल किया था भैया से, एक बार फिर उसको आप बताएंगे। मैं ध्यान में पूरी नहीं थी, तो मैं एक बार फिर से उसको सुनना चाहती हूँ, आप क्या
कौन
पूछना
सा?
चाह रहे हैं। अभी जतिन भैया ने भैया से कुछ पूछा था।
अच्छा, तो उन्होंने पूछा था कि मतलब उनको वैकुंठ क्यों दिखलाया, गोलोक क्यों नहीं दिखलाया? तो मैंने कहा कि थोड़ा डीप प्रश्न है, बड़ा मुश्किल है इसका जवाब देना अभी। तो थोड़ी और हम लोग इंतजार करते हैं इसके जवाब के लिए।
तो भैया मुझे तो लगता है कि वैकुंठ और गोलोक ये सब चीजों को सोचने की बजाय अगर हम ये सोचें कि हमारा वैकुंठ, हमारा गोलोक हमारे इस धरती पे भी मौजूद है। बस उसको हमको रियलाइज करने की ज़रूरत है और उसके लिए अपने आप को कृत संकल्प रखना होगा कि हम कितने परोपकारी, कितने दयालु, कितने अहिंसक और कितने अ, परोपकारी बने ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा। तो ये दुनिया इतनी सुंदर बनाई है भगवान ने हम मनुष्यों के लिए कि अगर सच्ची साधना है तो वो यही सद्गुणों के थ्रू हम भगवान के पास गोलोक और ब्रह्मलोक जो भी लोग हैं वो सब रियलाइज कर सकते हैं। राधे राधे।
बहुत अच्छा। बिल्कुल, हमें तो
जी
बस धन्यवाद देना चाहिए कि हम इतना कुछ हमें प्राप्त है, और सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट कि हमें भगवान में रुचि बन रही है, हमने भगवान की भक्ति प्रारंभ की है, तो हमें खूब इससे प्रभावित होकर और हमें आनंदित रहना चाहिए, और बाकी सब भगवान पर छोड़ते हैं। तो जितना हमें अभी प्राप्त हुआ है वही क्या कम है, तो क्यों ना आंसू बहाएं और भगवान को धन्यवाद दें, और जितनी हमसे सेवा हो सके वो हम करें। इस ज्ञान को हम वितरित करें अन्य लोगों के साथ जहां संभव है। जो एलिजिबल नहीं है उनके साथ नहीं, जो एलिजिबल है उनको हम बताएं, तो वो भगवान की एक बहुत बड़ी सेवा है। तो सेवा भावना पर हमें ध्यान देना चाहिए, और बाकी अन्य अन्य जो प्रश्न है उसका समाधान धीरे धीरे होगा। राधे राधे।
जी भैया, राधे राधे।
सो विद दैट कैन वी
जी
कंक्लूड?
जी जी भैया
बोलिए श्रीमद सदगुरु सरकार की
की
जय।
जय।
जय
श्रीमद युगल
युगल
सरकार
सरकार
की
की
जय।
जय।
जय जय श्री
श्री
राधे।
राधे।
जय जय श्री
श्री
राधे।
राधे।
जय जय श्री
श्री
राधे।
राधे। राधे राधे एवरीवन।
राधे राधे।
राधे।